I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, here's Barkley. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. We'll look now at the starting 11 on defense for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the Sport. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
On 2nd down, it's Wilson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Time to look at the defensive starters for the New York Giants. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 107 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
50. Come on. You better bring it.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Allen.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2nd down, this is Wilson. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Now Allen on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. On second down now, Akers. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Allen.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Allen's throw is complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. That's going to be caught with the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just to...
Pressure comes, and the Giants block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now a carry here for their fullback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Houston. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. To 60 Pittsburgh. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Houston. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burns. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back to throw now on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are back within a single score. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The dump off good for 8 there on first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Boom! Sack, baby! Sack!
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Allen, and he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing now is Allen.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They got him in. It's Woods. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So it goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Houston. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Allen now throwing again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Allen. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Flowers. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Houston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Houston. The Cowboys on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To give to the fullback on the dive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. And Woods has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And an alley to run. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Cowboys down by 1. And time, a huge factor. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. He's back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Houston. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back to throw. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Flowers. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 2nd and 4. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so